And even if this was planned all along, you still have to deal with the consequences of being 411 pounds at your heaviest. What's going on? What's going on, good people of the internet? It's Taja here, and I'm back with another banger today. So I know it's been a few weeks since I was last on YouTube, work, etc. You guys know how it is, but I'm back. And so is our friend Nikacado Avocado. Yes, guys, if you recall, not even a month ago, he broke the internet, shocking the entire world with his stunning 250-pound weight loss journey, literally leaving everybody lost and confused, completely trolling the internet in the most epic acting stunt of all time. And in this video that he released today, he actually provides his response, because the name of the video is My Response, and basically gives an explanation as to how did he come to do this to us. And he actually makes it clear that he actually laid an egg. You know, he dropped some hints, he dropped some gems that this was all scripted, this was all planned. He planned to lose his weight all along. He actually wanted to get this big. Personally, I don't know why he wanted to get so big, given the extraordinarily bad health consequences associated with being super morbidly obese. But without further ado, let's take a moment to react to some parts of the video in which I found to be very telling. You know, same iconic red shirt. He says he identifies as skinny, and he definitely is skinny now. Has the black hat. He's grown some facial hair since the last time we saw him on YouTube. But yeah, let's play it. And of course, we are at 1.5 speed because I ain't got all day and I have to, like, you know, constantly jump in between the video. And by the way, Nikocado, no copyright, no copyright.
I debuted my weight loss to the internet, and it went pretty viral, way more viral than I ever thought it would. It's literally about to hit 50 million today.
Well, I don't get why you would say such a thing, considering that days prior to releasing that viral video, you were still very much super morbidly obese. People who were unexpecting, people who were unaware, they were literally calling your life a complete train wreck, a complete disaster. People were still feeling bad for you, making videos about how you're still super morbidly obese and you are just so, like, far gone that it's probably no turning back. So of course that was going to take the internet off guard. Of course that was going to, you know, affect a lot of people, and like good and bad, because, you know, you confused a lot of people, but at the same time you also inspired a lot of people. So I think that's interesting, of course, that you would say such a thing. And this is a good still shot. I may have to make this part of my thumbnail. Let me screenshot this. How do you screenshot? There we go. Yep, that's going to be part of my thumbnail. Let's continue.
October 17th, 2024. Thank you to everyone for all your support. I figured I would sit down and talk to you more about my weight loss and everything, and also react to penguins who got the most views reacting to me and my weight loss. In case you didn't see the video on my main channel, basically I'm an actor. I went to school for acting. I have a very long history in performance. My background is in theater, and it was my dream to be on Broadway.
See, here's the thing. I thought that he went to school for, like, nutrition, because he was definitely a health nut. Prior to this, like, theatrics or whatever he's about to go into detail about, he was actually very knowledgeable about nutrition. He was also a very gifted musician. He played the violin. So this acting thing, this is actually new to me. I didn't know that he was an actor. And he says here that his dream is to be on Broadway. Well, I don't get why you didn't pursue that dream instead of going down this rabbit hole for the past 8 years just as a social experiment when you pretty much almost completely ruined your life. And even if this was planned all along, you still have to deal with the consequences of being 411 pounds at your heaviest. So, yeah, and I thought that there was a saying going around that at first you don't succeed, try again. Well, if you were failing at being a Broadway actor, why didn't you just keep going? Get up. You know, when life puts you down, get up. I don't get it. Why did you have to do this? You probably made more money doing this than you probably ever would being on Broadway, but still, this is crazy. I don't think this is the way. I don't think this is a very ethical way to make a living. And that's just my opinion.
Whether I was acting or doing violin, I craved that theater. In the case of Broadway workers, like, you get a contract for a tour or a show, and when it's over, you're unemployed again. I basically employed myself on my own terms here on YouTube by doing this character and spreading it out for so many years. Something that I learned in my training, like in school, was that the actors who had to undergo, like, the greatest physical changes, they lost a lot of weight for their role, or they gained a lot of weight, those actors tended to have the greatest impact. You know, when you watch someone on screen and you've seen them before and other stuff, you start getting...
I mean, yeah, but still, I don't think this was the right path for you. I really don't. I still don't agree with what you did, and not a lot of people actually do like what you did. And not a lot of people actually are fond of what you did. I mean, you are facing a lot of criticism for a lot of prominent reaction channels in the fat acceptance community. I know Sam at Every Size made a video critical of him. Alan Roberts, of course. Alan Roberts has always been critical of him. In fact, he does not like Nikocado at all. He definitely uses much more harsh words than I will ever use to describe him. But I mean, I am happy that, he finally decided to lose the weight and everything, because once you are that size, once you get to be that size, the harder it is to actually lose weight. And just as with every, weight loss journey, you're going to have setbacks, especially as somebody who has been skinny their entire life, who knows what it's like to be skinny, as opposed to somebody who has been obese their entire life. I think there's a difference with those weight loss journeys. I think it's much harder to lose weight when you've already been at a smaller size than to lose weight when you've been big your entire life. That's just my opinion. So I know that he's definitely faced some adversity these past 2 years while losing that weight.
In that backlog of, oh yeah, I remember them from this and this and this. So when they're like physically unrecognizable, totally different people, you don't get that backlog running through your brain. How about I do the talking? I'm the client, and you better do it by the end of the night. And so it was really easy for me to blur that boundary between fact and fiction, like I said, because I was physically...
And honestly, I'm glad that he doesn't have to, play this obnoxious character, this ridiculous character on the internet, because that's honestly unwatchable in my opinion. I don't see how people literally gave this man millions and millions of views over the years, but hey, it is what it is. And I guess people like myself react to it and, definitely describe him as a train wreck. So I guess he got what he wanted. He got, he got the attention, he got the money, he got the income that he wanted. So he is successful, but I just don't think he achieved that success through ethical means.
So unwell. How do you take someone seriously or think that they're in control, when they look so out of control? I'm just craving food. I kind of look mostly skinny. Thanks for being here for the show and watching. I had a CPAP machine. I could barely bend over. I had a scooter to get around. This was all part of the plan. You think
and that's honestly very sad. This is terrible. I don't see how you plan to be super morbidly obese and subject yourself to all of these health issues. It just makes no sense to me. I don't get it. No amount of explanation in this video is going to ever make it make sense to me why you would want to intentionally gain weight for money, for views, because you want to advance your career. You probably shorten your life, even if you are, of a healthy, normal weight. Who knows the after effects of this social experiment? Seriously.
Wow, they really let themselves go. But I didn't. I knew what I was doing. I wanted to get that big.
No, that's a lie. You did let yourself go, Nikocado. Stop it. See, that's why I'm not really good at these reaction videos, because I had to pause at every second and I lost it. How do I go back to it? There it is. This is why I'm not good at these reaction videos, because I have to pause and critique every little thing they say. That's why my videos end up being so long. But hey, it does help with my watch time. I noticed, my last video was 17 minutes, I think. Or was it the video before that? I'm not sure. It's been a while since I posted on this channel. I'm going to try to get better at that. But yeah, this is sad. This is not living. This is just existing. You're trapped in this body. All this visceral fat, not to sound gross or anything, but I actually want to see what he looks like shirtless. All the loose skin that he has, it has to be damaging. Well, not as damaging as being super morbidly obese, but that has to somehow affect his confidence. I'm sure he's going to get skin removal surgery eventually, or maybe his skin will tighten back up, because he wasn't obese for very long. Usually when people are this super morbidly obese, they're usually like that for a long period of time. So, their skin becomes, less resistant to actually reverting back to the way it was. So maybe he won't need skin removal surgery. I'm not sure.
As I came to this, knowing that I would gain weight and knowing I would lose weight and knowing I would use the weight gain to kind of mask a new character I would develop for myself in the process. Like as I was growing on the screen, I would be diving deeper into this character work. This manic, self-absorbed, crazy, unhinged, bizarre man is trapped in his apartment, suffocating his lungs with food and junk.
Ooh, oh, looks really pretty though. They're bringing mac and cheese in here, mac and cheese in here.
Again, I don't understand how people watch his content like from the beginning to the end. I don't get it. And he did this across multiple channels, so imagine the millions that he made at the expense of his health.
I was in control of all of it.
Closet, cheapers, oxygen tank. I'm gonna get new clothes because none of these fit.
And so the video I'm posting today on the other channel, I'm releasing clips that I had filmed where I would look at the camera and I said, I'm about to gain a lot of weight and I'm going to convince the world that I'm crazy.
Yes, I actually did watch that video. It was a compilation of clips that he said over the years. Like I said earlier, he was like dropping hints, dropping gems that, you know, he was going to change his ways. He was going to change his life. He was going to lose weight at 30. He famously said that at 30, the mukbangs will stop. So yes, I will link to that. Well, I mean, I don't think it's necessary for me to do it, but I'll do it anyway. I'll link to that in the description box down below to watch his video on that. He also did another response video to this like animation of him. I didn't watch that. This is probably the most important video because he actually does explain to his audience that's confused on the weight loss and not entirely convinced, because I wasn't entirely convinced, because if you go on his Instagram page, Real Nikocado. Yeah, he was posting these, confusing everybody. I can't find it. That can't be it right here. It has to be something else. No, that's not it either. It was a picture that he posted, and he was saying, oh, just kidding, I'm fat again. He probably deleted like he always does. Like, this is a new Instagram account he made. He deleted his old Instagram account, but he basically was fat, and then he lost the weight, and then he gained the weight back, and then he said that, I lied, I'm still fat. Something like that. He probably put it on his Nikacado Shorts channel, but forget it. It doesn't matter. Let me find that video. Where's the video at? There it is.
Crazy. The fatter I get, the more impactful this will be. Or, you know, when I'm 30, I'm done. Or, you know, we have 5 years left, and then I'm going to turn this around. You just...
Yeah, like that. Like I said, this is basically part of like the compilations of videos that he posted on his second or third, whichever YouTube channel. He has like 3 YouTube channels. Ridiculous. Now, he says something towards the end of the video, which is very profound, and hopefully I can find it.
And like I said last time, when he had lost, I think it was like 89 pounds at the time, he seems happier. You know, like
I am. Ugh.
There you go. There it is right there. That is probably the most profound part of the video, where he is actually happy to not be 400 pounds, okay? Because who are you playing with, man? Obviously, you're playing Russian roulette with your health by doing this scripted weight gain. Of course, you're not happy. That really does take a toll on you. You can't move as well. The things that you take for granted, being able to tie your shoes, being able to ride on an airplane, being able to ride a bike, ride a car. You probably couldn't even put on a seatbelt properly. You probably had to use like an extender at that size. And of course, he's actually like telling the truth. He's happier being this weight. He's like, what, 150, 160 now? Of course he's happy at this weight. But let's take a look at it together.
I've always been a twink at heart. But yeah, I'm just so happy to feel like this is me. This is me. Listen, you're gonna feel better when you're not harboring around too much weight. I mean, everyone feels better. And so yeah, I feel a lot happier. And they're so connected. How you look and your weight can affect how you feel. Even if...
Exactly. Thank you, Nikocado Avocado, for admitting the truth, and hopefully you can inspire people, the locals in the fat acceptance movement in the gore world, to follow in your footsteps, because I know they feel like absolute crap. Amber Lynn, Foodie Beauty, Chantel, that's her other name. Who else? Alexandra Rodriguez, Tess Holiday. They know deep down inside. Well, I know Amber Lynn acknowledges that, but for real, they all know deep down inside they will lose weight and feel better about themselves. Their mental health will improve along with their physical health, but the change has to start from within. You have to want it badly enough, and I'm glad that Nikocado realizes that. But like I said in my last video about him, he actually had the best chance of losing the weight because he is very knowledgeable about nutrition and he knows what he's doing. Like, he's very calculated. Yeah, like I said, he's very knowledgeable. I mean, what else is there to say? But I'm glad that he acknowledges that he's happier and healthier at this size than he was at 400 pounds, because ain't no way in the world he was comfortable at that weight.
In control. I had to push myself very hard to get out of bed to keep it going.
He seems happier at lower.
Yep, and that's the thing about weight loss. It's not about motivation. It's about self-discipline, and you have to have a lot of self-discipline to lose that much weight in 2 years. That's a lot. 250 pounds, that's insane.
Weights. Like, in the content where he weighs less, he actually just seems like a happier person. At least that's the impression I get watching it. So it's really something to celebrate here with what Nick has been able to accomplish. And I really am happy to see.
Yeah, but like I said, I don't think that it's very ethical to go about, your career being an actor for 8 years and gaining weight as a social experiment just to turn around and be like, oh, I'm smarter than all of you. My life was planned all along. But hey, whatever. Shout out to Nikacado Avocado. And if you enjoy videos like this, as always, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. I'm Tasia Woods, and I'll see you next time.